that rumor true? Do you reckon that Oladipo and Butler don't like each other, or is that just
I
someone talking out of their ass? What do you think?
I don't really think it would be true. In theory, it does make sense.
Mm,
Like Oladipo, obviously, like he took a lot of shots down the stretch of that game 7. He clearly still feels like he's that number one guy, like he was in Indiana. I mean,
mm,
it's understandable. It's really tough to be the guy, take LeBron to 7, be the number one player, and then all
yeah.
of a sudden you have all these injuries, and now you're a role player again. So it would be a tough adjustment for him. But look, I they had a ultimate goal, which was a championship. So I don't really think that would have caused anything. And I
Mm,
think Oladipo was pretty much set to leave anyway because he was on a short term
yeah.
deal basically to increase his value. He wasn't really going to be a long term piece there anyway.
People say though, like if you're Oladipo and you still think you're the first option, you can't be the first option because you're missing all of these shots. People don't understand. Do you know how hard it would be to play 35 minutes one game and then like eight the next? Like, do you know
Yeah,
how hard it would be? The inconsistency. You're the number one shot creator one night, and then on the other night, your goal is just to play defense, and you're not really tasked to shoot and create your own shots. Honestly, it's a really tricky goal, and I think he needs to go somewhere where he can be like the second or third guy, but
have
also
a
bring his
defined
defense.
role.
Yeah, define role where he
Yeah,
starts at the one or the two. And I have been saying this for a while. Um, and I hate when people do this because I hate when people say everyone needs to go to the Lakers. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
Oladipo is a guy who I think would be good on the Lakers, especially if they moved on from Westbrook down the
mm,
line. I think it would make a whole lot of sense to maybe bring Oladipo in the guard, the one, play him as the one, and do a similar thing that you did with the year where they won the chip, where Avery Bradley actually started at the one, and he
yeah.
would defend point guard, he'd ball handle a little bit, do all that type of stuff. Do you reckon Oladipo would fit the Lakers? Is that a move that he should make?
I think there's a lot of teams that Oladipo fits because obviously the one thing that that you're getting out of him is elite defense. That's one
Mm,
thing that he hasn't lost. He's been streaky on offense and superstar mentality, no superstar shot making sort of thing, but the defense is always going to be there, and then there's always that potential for him to get back into some form. Obviously, I don't think he's going to get back to his 2018 days, but something in the 18 to 20 points a game range with good defense and a little bit of playmaking thrown in there. I don't think many teams would pass that up at all.
yeah, and that's if he stays off the injury. So, of course,
Yeah.
that's a big what if. So, yeah, you just said all that, but what does the contract look like? Because he's only been getting vet minimums recently. What could you see him maybe receiving, or is it depend on the situation? Because if the Lakers get him, it definitely would be a lot less than probably a team like Orlando or something like that, right?
Yeah. Oh, look, it depends what team he goes to. Obviously, a contender's going to have to pay less than a small market team or
Mm,
whatever, but I think it's in the range of 10 to 15 million.
yep.
Obviously, you're paying a little bit extra for the potential and you're also keeping the price down for his injury history and all of that. So I think that's sort of the sweet spot where you're not making too much of a commitment, but also at the same time, there's potential for him to outplay that.
At the top of your head, do you have a team that would be good for Oladipo? Because as I said, the
Oh,
Lakers, while you think the Lakers, I thought would be a good team because I think he
yeah.
would make sense there, especially if they're looking to add defense in and maybe another shot creator. I think that could get the job done. Um, I wouldn't say the Bucks. I mean, they've already got that. You've already got Drew Holiday, who's a
True,
lot
yeah.
better,
Just a
would play
better version of
better,
Oladipo.
way better version of Oladipo.
Yeah.
Top of your head, is there anyone that comes to mind? Like, I'm going to check the NBA teams real quick myself just to see if there is any situation where I could see him maybe going to. Got anyone for
Yeah,
me?
look, I'm just having a look at the teams now, but if we're talking contending teams, because there's every chance that he goes to some rebuilding team to rebuild his value even more and
Very
give
true.
them a couple of good years. But yeah, just looking at the list of contenders, I mean, Philly, I guess they don't really need more guard play. A
Mm.
team like Brooklyn could use his perimeter defense because their defense is fucking shocking.
That that's like the best way you could put it, isn't it? It's
Yeah,
pretty bad.
pretty much. You just have to be blunt sometimes.
Mate, when they got rid of DeAndre Bembry, I was like, oh no, there goes their only somewhat good
Their
perimeter guy.
only good defender.
If he goes to the Golden State Warriors, I'm calling hacks, bro. That's got to be some cheating going on there.
Nah, that won't happen. Oh,
Surely
a team
not.
like the Clippers, I don't know how much space they have for more quality role players because it seems like they've got a million of them. But it looks like, I mean, any player would fit in with the Clippers. They've got a
Clippers,
pretty
I love Ty
versatile
Lue's
team.
coaching too. It's low key. I love to see his triangle offense play that he kind of brought back with Kawhi. Like that really, really worked. You know what? One team, if Minnesota get rid of D'Angelo Russell,
Yeah,
that'd be an interesting team for Oladipo. Like imagine if they get rid of Russell and like bring in a somewhat good power forward, and you bring in like Oladipo defensively. Like look at that trio of defenders that would start: Patrick Beverley, Oladipo, and Anthony Edwards. That would get Timberwolves fans excited for the first time since hearing they might relocate to Seattle, if you ask me. So I don't know.
Oh my god,
That would be a good one. But I think the Lakers are the favorite for me. I'm looking at this list and I'm just thinking, what teams are better than a fit than the Lakers right now? Like a team that actually desperately needs a guard is LA. Like they really need that guy.
well, the Lakers need everything there.
They really do, and defense as well. So yeah, I'll probably have them going. I'll probably have Oladipo going to the Lakers. I reckon that's my team.
Yeah, no, I just have no idea about the Lakers. Like if I was their GM, I would have no idea what to do. I wouldn't even know what to do with them in 2K, bro. That's how bad of a position they're in.
They're in a shocking place.
Through the wastelands, through the